Excuse me, sir, your voice is not audible.
Sir, voice is not audible, but the screen is visible.
Uh, Guys, today we'll be carrying on with our presentation only. So I think Swati was telling to present. Swati, you can go ahead and present your assignment.
Okay. Is my screen visible?
Yes, your screen is visual.
Just a minute. It's not responding. Hello. Is my voice audible?
Yes, Swati, your voice is audible.
I'll present it like this because the PPT is not fully opening on the screen, if that is not a problem.
Okay, no need on PowerPoint presentation mode. Go ahead with this.
So good morning everyone. I'm Swati Kumari and today I'll be presenting and discussing about strata control monitoring with convergence indicators and a trend analysis in the conventional board and pillar extraction of the instrumentation. As we all know that in India, the underground coal production is mainly coming from the conventional manual phases and accounts to about 87% of the total coal production from the country. But economical, environmental and safety considerations for an underground coal mining project directs it to go for mechanization. So in general, there's always a requirement for continuous and precise measurements of various parameters, which tell us about the roof conditions. So there are a row of electro-optical techniques, as you can see in the figure itself. This is a convergence indicators. This is a telltale, borehole extensometers, and these are placed in a development gallery of a coal seam. So there are a number of the such electro-optical techniques which exist in and used in a number of capacities to provide the three-dimensional information. But the strata behavior in case of the board and pillar extraction is very complicated with respect to the longwall mining method of extraction because of the left out rib pillars in the groove as they cause bleak homogeneity on the extraction front. So the strata control instrumentation and monitoring with proper analysis has emerged as a leading global solution for apprehension of the strata movement during final extraction. And through this study, I have tried to explain about the modern strata management techniques like that of the convergence indicators, which are used during the final extraction of the mines applied to the board and pillar mining method. So my major objective revolves around 4 points, which is the first one is to establish relations between the roof convergence using the instrumentation and to analyze the rise heading panels using the convergence indicators to establish a linear regression model. So there are a range of investigation and analysis method that may be used in conducting the assessments for the principal mining hazard. This includes the site characterization. So from a strata control perspective, planning may range from the initial site characterization and design as a part of the assessment in at the proper stage of the project via the geotechnical modeling. Second, we have the regulatory or the legislative. So the CMR requires mine operators to determine if the strata failure is principal mining hazard at the mine or not. And if it is determined that it is the principal hazard, then we have to carry out the risk assessments and develop the control measures with particular components and consideration. Third, we have the design. So this generally revolves around the layout selection, the selection of mining method, the life cycle, the methodology, the incubation period, the pillar system design, and the critical regional parameters like that of the consideration of massive strata and structural geology. There are other methods too, which include the experimental, analytical, empirical, and numerical methods. methods. So in general, the numerical method is one of the newest techniques in the term of strata monitoring, if we say, because it involves the application of the computer codes for the analysis of the ground behavior. And these computer codes may come into simple two-dimensional computer codes, incorporating the elastic models of ground behavior, and are very powerful, as well as they can have a three-dimensional code which are capable of modeling the complex mining geometries too. But in the past, we have been using the analytical method in order to apply the equations which are developed from fundamental mechanistic and engineering principles for the analysis of rock behavior, and this includes the factor of safety. So there are various factors which also determine the suitability of the instruments at the various places in the mines, and this includes the depth cover, the excavation dimension, the voids, the rock mass, and the underground environment. So the geomining conditions at the site are generally directly affected by the performance of the instruments which are applied for strata monitoring. And for this purpose, we need an instrument which can behaves normally in the case of heat, humidity, and where there are dangers of roof and side falls which can destroy the instrument itself. So generally all these instruments are provided with a casing. As you can see in the figure, there is a borehole extensometers which generally measures the displacement or the bed separations that occurs between the seam and the roof that is present. So this is generally cased with a outer iron covering so that it is not affected by any sort of seepage or water. Then we have the stress meter as well as the load cells. They are also cased with a proper material, and then they are applied to measure the various parameters of convergence. So the geotechnical instrumentation have been extensively used in the coal mines, and still there is no standard procedure for undertaking the investigations as well as the type of instrumentation that needs to be carried out. So so if we place an inadequate number or improper selection of instrumentation is there, then it will lead to unsafe conditions by the mine planners. So, and also if there are more than the number of instruments that are required are placed in the mines, then it will cause confusion and will be uneconomical. So as you can see, I've tried to classify all these instruments into 4 types, which include the mechanical, electrical, optical, and hydraulic. So generally, when I have found out that the mechanical instruments are the most cheapest and are 98% reliable in terms of detection and transmission of data, and the optical instruments are only 76% reliable, although they are conventional and precise, but they are generally applied mostly to the open cast mines. Whereas the electrical instruments are the newest emerging techniques and have been found to be about 88% reliable and are more computationally efficient as compared to the mechanical. But the major problem is the placement of the optical wires that are to be placed in the underground mines. So instrumentation is generally carried out in the galleries for monitoring the various parameters of strata behavior, and there is a vertical closure or gap there, and this closure causes the vertical gap between the roof and the floor. So this is generally created due to the dynamic loading, which occurs for both the which occurs due to the vertical stresses that act on the roof and cause the bulging. So for this, for measuring this gap, we have two instruments that I'll be discussing, which include the telescopic rod convergence indicator and the suspension convergence indicator. So a telescopic rod convergence indicator, as you can see in the figure, comes with a least count of 1 mm. And generally it has got an outer casing of tough iron, so that there's no fading of the scale due to eking, and they are less prone to pilferage at the same times. They can be easily transported because of its small size, as well as they are placed at a distance of 20 mm. As you can see in the figure, the convergence indicators generally have a scale at this point where they are subjected to the displacement, and they measure. Generally, this displacement might range between 8 to 16 mm on an average per day. Then we have the suspension convergence indicators. It is quite similar to that of the telescopic rod convergence indicator, except for the fact that it comes with three pins, pin A, pin B, and pin A and pin B. The pin A is generally connected to the outer casing and is fixed, whereas in the case of pin B, it is movable and is connected to the rod which is placed inside to measure the displacement. This is the scale which is graduated at a least count of 1 mm, as you can see. And whenever there is a convergence, there is a pull by the roof at this point, at the movable rod point, and the pin B moves, and we can easily see or record the displacement that is occurring in the mines. So I have tried to analyze 2 case studies, and I have also mentioned the data about the past 10 years in my project report. So the first case study is from the Govinda Colliery of the southeastern coalfields, where the study will be dealing about the modern strata management and monitoring of the assessment of the roof and floor convergence during the final extraction of board and pillar. And the second case study is of the strata control monitoring in the underground coal mines for the apprehension of strata movement from the Charcha underground mines of SCCL only. So as you can see, this is
Swati, we are moving short with time. You should proceed to a 10-year data presentation. Whatever you have collected.
Yeah, this is the data. So this is the mine plan of my first case study of the Govinda Colliery of Jamuna and Kotma area of SCCL. So the dip and direction of this of the seam was about north 63 degrees west, and the gradient was 1 in 25. The compressive strength of the sandstone that was found in the roof was 385.67 kg per centimeter square, and the depth of the working was about 46 to 111 meter, and the RMR was found to be 51 meters. So there are three. Initially there was only one. The west side panel was divided with a major fault which occurred, which was divided by total of 11 number of faults. As you can see, these red areas represent the faults that are occurring, and these red areas divided this panel, which was the west side panel, into 3 parts: part A, part B, and part C. So from the data that I have collected, we can easily determine that the geological and the geomining characteristics are of this mine is very difficult, and they anticipate a caving constraint. So it was decided to go with convergence monitoring for this panel in order to understand the roof conditions better. And the objective of the monitoring was to go for safer mining apprehensions, and for providing a safer condition to the persons and equipments that are applied. So from the analysis, from the data that I have collected, I have analyzed that generally the rise heading experienced a maximum daily convergence of about 10 mm per day, and the cumulative convergence ranged to about 46 mm per day. And for the -1 rise heading, the maximum daily convergence was about 10 mm per day, and the cumulative convergence ranged to about 75 mm per day. But the major area that the major data that actually tell us about the mine roof condition was that the convergence profile before the third mine fall was 760 meters square, but post the fall the convergence changed to about 716 to 8 mm per day, 8 meter square. So for the 0 rise heading, and the minimum daily convergence at the 1 rise heading, it was found to range about 3 to 5 mm per day. So from this data, we can easily simplify that the geomining conditions were not at all suitable for caving. At the same time, we have to go for cable bolts of 10 meter cable length, so that we can increase the factor of safety to 2.
Swati, we can move to conclusion part. We have reached the time limit.
So this was the second case study that I found out, where the daily convergence before the main fall of the Charcha mines at SCCL was about 16 mm per day, and after the peak main fall that occurred in the mine, the convergence ranged to about 109 mm per day, and it was suggested to use the roof bolts, grouted full column roof bolts of 1.2 meter length with a W strap of 50 ton capacity. There are.
Excuse me.
Yeah, this is the.
Move to conclusion part. We have reached the time limit.
Yeah, this is the conclusion. Is it visible?
Yeah, it's visible.
So there are various issues which are related to strata control, and we have to use the scientific and innovative reformations in roof management for the strata control monitoring, so that we can predict the accidents that might occur in the mines. And these are my references. Thank you.
Okay. So if anyone has got something to ask to Swati, you can ask your question. So on the behalf of Sir Swati, Sir is asking you,
Yes.
uh, what kind of instruments were used in the first case study, the mine which you have taken in first case study? What kind of instruments were used there?
They used a telescopic rod convergence indicator, and they have initially they were applying the stress cells for the strata monitoring, but they found them to be incompetent, and hence they applied the telescopic rod convergence indicators. And on the basis of the displacement that they got, on the basis of the displacement data that they got from the telescopic convergence indicators, they suggested the use of cable bolts of 10-meter length and W straps of 50-ton capacity.
Okay. Okay, so close your means screen sharing, stop your screen sharing. We'll move ahead with Rohit. Rohit, you are next.
Is my screen visible, Nitin?
Yes, yes.
1 second, I'm making full screen. Yes. Can I start?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Good morning to all. My name is Rohit Kumar, and I am giving a presentation on risk management and assessment for strata control in underground mines. Uh, 1 second, not changing. Yes. The contents there are we will talk about risk management, risk assessment, control measures, workplace risk assessment and control, and the case study and the conclusions. So, risk management. It is a type of document in which we include organizational structure, planning, activities and responsibilities, practices and produce process and resources for developing in and implementing, achieving, reviewing and maintain a safe, healthy policy of the company. It is a type of cycle in which we identify the hazard and then access the hazard, then control it, and then reassess it, and then review and monitor. The risk assessment it is a process which involves measurement of risks to determine priorities and enable identification of appropriate level of risk treatment. Uh, it is first step is to identify the hazard, and second is to determine the likelihood of harm such as injury or illness occurring and its severity. The third is to identify action necessary to eliminate the hazard. Fourth, to evaluate to confirm if the hazard has been eliminated. Five, to monitor to make sure that the control continues to be effective. And and the last step is to keep any document or record that is may be necessary. The control measures is the hierarchy that first we have to eliminate the risk, then we can substitute it, or we can then redesign it, we can separate it, and then there is administrative control and the uh, PP, personal protective equipment. This is the workplace risk assessment, which is commonly used in many Indian mines, or this is basically used in many common Indian mines. In this, the we can identify the potential operation and production and the maintenance loss. In this technique, most commonly used, WRC has the capacity to focus on the variety of aspects, including support type, installation method, inspection regimes, and other activities. It can be applied in the area of the mines or at a particular times of activity. WRAC is most effective when it is scoped with appropriate detail, including clear objectives and the boundaries of the systems have been defined. Long and short term stability can also be accessed if known depending on the mining process used. WRC techniques, however, are good for identifying multiple failures. For example, strata failure due to one or all of the following would be identified. The incorrect type of support used for the condition, incorrect assessment for of environmental condition, failure or inadequacy of inspection, incorrect installation, support equipment failure, and insufficient skill and competence. The risk is the multiplication of the likelihood and the consequences. This is the table in which how they are separated. That L1 is L1 is happens every time we operate, and C1 is the fatality or the catastrophic consequences happen. This is the quantitative method of the classification of risk, in which the red color shows the high risk, the yellow color shows the medium risk, and the green color shows the low risk. This is a case study I have taken from an underground coal mines. The mine's name is Orient Mines. It is in Odisha, and this is the reference I have taken. Uh, the
Rohit, in your presentation, the sources of figure are missing.
there is no figures in this presentation. These are all tables. We can edit these tables. The risk assessment operation then decided to examine these are some of the risk assessment done in the Orient mines in Seam 1, 2, and 3. At gradient is 1 and in 10.5. Size of the mine opening, pillar dimensions, rock type, local geological structure, abandoned workings, rock properties, seismic activities, rock support, design, installation and quality control, blasting, design, control and monitoring, subsidence, the possibility of air blast and the potential impact, and the effects of time and oxidation of the rock support and stability, equipment and procedures used for scaling and monitoring of opening and excavation. This is the table in which we found the first one. We can see that the geological disturbance and the V cross of slides is marked at the top risk ranking, that is 16, and the associated risk is roof side roof fall, and that RMR is not determined or the SSR are not framed. That is also the major risk because of the improper support you used in the working, and also the non-availability of the support materials or unsupported workings. These are the some of the major risks in this mines, and some of the minor risks are unsupported or poorly supported roof, which can cause a chance of roof fall, and the unskilled or untrained support crews or the poor quality of work. This is the table in which we can see that uh, in the yellow colors they are the medium risk, and the green color are the low risk. These are some of the proposed additional controls for preventing roof slides, fall, and the residual risk rank calculated. We can see that the first, which were the most high risk, has been controlled by identifying geological the disturbance area, that is the current controlled, and the proposed control was given that the marking geological disturbance on the plane, and the poor quality of the support material, that was also one of the high risk, was given that the present control should be continued. The current control is the proper check on the quality of the material and the support. So we come to
Rohit, you can. Okay.
the
Continue.
most In the conclusion part, the most severe and the most frequent hazard among these, they identified hazard related to roof and side falls where geological disturbance on the weak roofs and the sides, and the RMR are not determined, SSR are not firm, and non-availability of the support material. These were the severe risk, and the additional hazard identified as required significance was unsupported, poorly supported roof, more height and width of the galleries, poor quality of support materials, and unskilled, untrained support crews. Poor knowledge of SSR, poor supervision, and non-vertically of the galleries over galleries in different lifts. Void present in bottom section. These hazard falls in the category of the medium risk. These are my references. Thank you.
Okay. If anyone has got something to ask to Rohit, you can ask him. Okay. So next was Piyush. Piyush, go ahead with your presentation. Piyush Anand, are you there? Yeah.
Is it visible?
Yes, it's visible.
Hello everyone. My topic is roof bolts. And in this presentation, it consists of first introduction to roof bolts, then types of roof bolts, then comes guidelines for the selection of roof bolt types, and then the design of the roof bolt system, and then comes the future design based on a method I have selected, that is geotechnical classification, and then future trends. The roof bolts can be the first line of defense protecting mine workers from the hazards of ground falls. Roof bolting has become a primary support system in underground mines because it utilizes the inherent strength of the rock mass. It was initiated on a significant level only after World War II. At that time, the technological factor that drove the change from timber support to roof bolts was the increased mechanization in the mining industry.
Piyush,
Yes.
what was the international journal format you followed?
I didn't follow any international journal. It was a guideline provided by Bates College, Maine, USA.
Okay, you should mention that. And okay, go ahead with the 10 year of data you collected in reference of your topic.
What?
The recent year data which you have collected with reference of your topic, go ahead with that only.
Recent data. Okay.
Yeah.
Now these are the types of roof bolts. First is the mechanical anchor bolts. And these can be, in this figure it can be seen that the type, the thing which can be, that it consists of a cell anchor attached to the threaded end of the bolt. When a torque is applied to the bolt, the force drives a plug along the outer cell, which then expands and sets with a radial force against the rock in the borehole walls. Now the next type is racing assisted mechanical anchor bolts. These are essentially the mechanical anchor bolts that has been transformed with the addition of a resin. The next is fully grouted rebar bolts. This system consists of a headed rebar anchored with a full length column of resin obtained from a cartridge. It sorry. This system works because of superior anchorage and stiffness that develops as a result of the full bolt length racing anchor. The next is taut tension bolt. It is essentially a racing grouted rebar system that is pre-tensioned on installation. The next is combination bolts. It consists of a rebar anchor, usually 3 to 4 feet long, connected with a smooth headed bar. The next is the guidelines for the selection of roof bolts type. These are in this table the type of roof bolts that are used and when to be used, where to be used are shown in this table. Like for example, mechanical anchors, it can be used when short term unlaminated roof, medium or light load is the requirement or the type of roof condition.
Piyush, hello,
Yes,
Piyush.
yes.
Piyush, sir is telling to stop the presentation. This is not the way to present.
Okay.
N- y- Yes, sir, I'm giving. Yes, sir, you can speak.
Are you able to hear my voice, all the students? There may be some
Yes, sir.
echo problem. Already I told Piyush to repeat, he don't know how to prepare or how to collect material. This is not what we wanted to improve your skills. Go to the next. We already have given all the comments for others before deciding the next by CR. Now Swati madam also, she could not give the references or any figures because anything which is not drawn by you should have a reference and you should properly acknowledge. Right. So these are the skills what I wanted to improve in you. Otherwise there is no purpose. This is the way how it will be evaluated. Okay. And say same thing with others. And now who is the next to present, you decide.
Sir, Naresh is
To
next
stop.
to
You should
present.
not.
Naresh is going on.
You don't know what is the international journal he followed. So this is a
Presentation
very
also
pathetic
is
situation. You don't know even to collect the literature, being in final year or anything, whatever. Okay. Who is the next? You go ahead with
Sir, my slides are visible.
Yes, yes,
Before
yes.
5
Slides are
2
visible.
minutes, I will summarize and we will close it. Okay. So thank you
Nikhil,
very much, Rohit.
Yes, Naresh.
Your
visible,
Go
my
ahead.
slides are
Go ahead.
visible.
Yes, it's visible and your voice is
Yes,
clear.
sir, thank you, sir.
Okay. Good morning to one and all. I am Naresh. I'm going to explaining the my project on the starter control technology. Reduction of risk from roof and side falls in Indian coal mines. Nowadays the major problems are going in a underground mine where the quality of supports in last decades of 10-15 years. I collected the data about that. Major as happening the roof also are geological formation of beds and time of that depends on the starter happening factors, the time span of but during depillering, crushing of pillars, elements of the pillars and the slides of the cracks. For the stability of any excavation, designing of supports is a very essential and very common practice in underground. Make the estimation of the rock load for the strata and the distribution of the mine working. In Indian coal mines, we have the CMRR and RMR and the NGIQ system mostly formulating designing of supports in the engineering. And rock at the time of developing in the galleries, junctions before out of the CMR and RMR, but the time of depilling we are using the NGIQ systems, go fetches and the slides, but the calculation of our NGIQ system is very time taking. So we have used for that formulas of system given in a very similar ways. Major in that PPT, I'm going to explaining that where the major accidents are happening in the mine and at what time of accidents are occurring and what are the new technologies we are using nowadays. In that, accidents due to movement of strata in underground mines have been major occurrence of the mining. community over the years, compliant statics accidents in Indian mines identified the fall of roof and a major causes of mine accidents. Continuous efforts were made by the concerned to reduce the hazards of the startup movement by the mining companies, researchers, and academics of DGM. Number of recommendations were made in National Conference on the Safety of Mines to reduce the accidents caused by movement of strata, and the efforts of the accident caused by fall of roof and side falls having shown down trend. Major are underground accidents in the 25% and 9% are total fatal accidents, and in that 42 and 60% accidents in underground coal mines during 1997 to 2020. The causes wise analysis of accidents due to fall of roof and side falls. We analyzed here the objectives is measure the working objective of designing support system in the developed as a well depilling workings in order prevent the accident due to the roof falls and side falls. The present support system is at the present designing support system systematic support rule should be followed. Designing of optimization support system means neither more nor less supports. It helps us to hello Nikhil, my voice is audible.
Yes, Naresh.
Yes, sir.
Followed and parameters. These are the depth of the working, height of the extraction, startup behavior, geological conditions, span of area, method of extraction, equipment used in excavations. The present support system of the developing depillering workings for the board and pillar method, or if the gove edges at the edge of the gove steel props we had installed to skin to skin, like the point to point from the check to check of prop should be installed between the chalk, so we can reduce the fall off in gove edges. And at the working phase, we can see the last observed in 1997 to 2010. In that 3-4-5 years, in that roof wall installed grid 1 to 1 meters at the working phase. The time of depillering at the time of excavation from phase 2, major accidents are occurring from up to phase to 1 to 1.6 meters in that span of area. Major because of their freshly exposed roof is there, so we can, in that place we are not given any support systems like the roof bolts, so that in that area major would be increased 25% of at the junctions. It will be checked at accidents are happening there. See that cost wise fatal accidents in coal mines up to see the 1997, the fall of roof by 38%, fall of side 12, total in below ground accidents are 94, total accident in coal mine 143. So every year is by taking analysis wise, year wise is we are seeing that reduction of fatal accidents because of your analysis before how it will be occurred, what are the reasons for that, for cause of accidents we are analyzed, and that we are giving that better support systems as per the CMR regulations. We are applying for the systematic support rules, then we are covered that. In that we are compared to the 1997 to 2015 comparison of accidents in the mines, fall of roof falls and side falls. See here the fall of roof at 25% of accidents and fall of side by 9% and other causes 66. And see here below accident from the is open gas is underground. Here the cost of 42% and fall off is 42% and fall of sides of 62%. See in the depth analysis of the accidents of the fall of roof, it is observed that the fall of roofs outside major causes non-disaster and fatal accidents in contribution below ground. See here the details accidents method wise in board and pillar mining and the depillering and development and longwall other minings where the accidents were happening 2010 to 2020. This is the method. This is a method wise percentage of accident due to fall off. These are is the analysis of roof fall accidents by the nature fall and strata. Nature look of roof rock is also a very critical parameter stability. In hence rock, it is also essential to analyze the roof fall accidents according to the nature of roof rock. Figure 6 is the details of the roof accidents and the nature of strata. By the shale stone 9% and coal shale sandstone 2%, data not where that coal is 20%, shale is 17% of accidents are happening in underground mines. These are all the underground and open cast mining in that where the accidents are happening, and this is the analysis of accidents, semi-mechanized working with the side discharge loader and load haul dumpers. The see here the total roof fall accidents 23 from in the year here I now wrote 2010 to 2020. The accidents are happening with the SDLS and LHDs, and size of fall 1.8 to 1.6 type of support their roof bolts are using. Remark canopy could protect operators. So this type of falls are occurring, inadequate support systems they are giving there, and improper following and miscommunication in between that operators and who are giving the support systems in their giving in underground mines. The summary of analysis is accidents of roof fall and side falls of general is total number of accidents come down from the 143 to 79 during the period of 1997 to 2015, because major we are using now new technology instruments for the required for the major providing for the better safety for employees and increase the production of productivity and provide the indication of before the roof falling. This is the major, because we don't know when the roof will be fall, so we are using new technologies like instruments like types of tells and convergence indicators and load cells, sonic extensometers, and strain gauge and cells on rock bolt strain gauges. In that also different types of instruments is there. By using this type of instruments, we are the measuring the roof fall accidents, and we can before that we are converting in to roof falls. The future project of coal production in that through we can increase the underground activities, fatal accidents through the present contribution of underground is only 18% total production of the country. With activity in underground coal mining is sure multiplying in the future, and move over the quality of coal is major concern from the production internationally because of the environmental issues and heavy moving machineries and sales relations of poor issues to the effect economics and the great extent to the near. The roof fall accident measure we have seen here the below ground.
I hope there will be some problem of echo. Again, we have to follow the time. But there may be some way how to decrease the echo. Are you getting echo now? Are you able to hear my voice?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You are able to hear my voice? Okay. So now let him conclude. We also should learn how to follow even the time. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Conclude within 20 seconds. Go to
Okay,
conclusion.
these are the convergence instruments and geological factors.
Then I will
mining.
summarize and close it.
Yes, sir. This
No,
concludes
go to
the
last
design
slide.
of proper economic. These are
Naresh, to go to last slide.
Yes, sir. He is on conclusion, sir.
The design
Last
of proper
slide.
economic safe
Then I will
support is
share
the
the
most
slide in
important. In underground mines, the support system for developed and depillarings should be separately analyzed to avoid any chance of accidents in the underground working. Those the similar approach toward the RMR and
Let me stop sharing. You take. Stop
We know
sharing.
that-
Your time is over.
Naresh.
I am
So, are you able to see my slide now? My screen? Yes,
sir.
no.
No, sir.
Let him stop it. His time is over.
He has stopped this, sir, but your screen is not
Then
visible.
my screen should be visible then.
Yes,
now
sir.
are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So sorry for this type of problems of MS team. Already their computer center in charge and everybody were informed. Let them also check it. What could be the problem? They have been checking it. I made the calls several times. So I am thankful to our Rohit and CR Nikhil for wonderful organization of this, even with this type of online connectivity problems. So in fact, I wanted to reiterate again that even in final year and MTech, you could not learn how to prepare the slides and follow the instructions. So I have already written here all these things as discussed with Nikhil and Rohit. You must have seen it. Starting from Swati, some suggestions and observations submitted online. I have been writing this. So I wish that by the time you leave our institute, you should have proper skills of how to collect material, prepare presentations, and even your style of presenting also. All these things I have written again also on these slides. I need not reiterate many times. And before closing, let me say for that strata control problems, this is a performance on different years in Balrampur mine, and there in different years how this power support long wall panels could be worked with chop shield supports and problems faced, including productivity, are given here in these points. It is being recorded, you can read it yourself. And in the next class, we continue with the routine and periodic strata monitoring aspects of it. This we will discuss why it is required in the strata management plan, how to prepare that, what are its objectives, and then what type of instrumentation, etc. was done or to be done. These type of details we will discuss in the next class. But I wish you should learn something more about how to collect the material yourself and prepare PPT. And the purpose is to improve that skill. Attendance once. And then I hope you will become the best chairmen or chief executives of not only in India, in the world as far as strata control technology is concerned, but that requires good skills of whatever the topic given to us, collecting the material, preparing in the format required. That's why everybody should have told what is international journal format follow in preparing their assignment text. Then the recent reference they should have told. And then of course in their PPT, any figure if it is not written or drawn should have the reference. And even the text should not be copied from others. That is illegal. So I wish our students, beloved students of strata control technology, will improve further their skills in all aspects of strata control technology. All the best. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Closing it now. Once again, क्या बोलना चाहिए? अभी आप लोग बोलिए. Okay then. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. I am stopping recording now.